This podcast is brought to you by Raise Your Game Esports, connecting esports to everyone, everywhere.
Hello everybody, this is Bowie Abiola at Raise Your Game Esports, and today we have an amazing guest today, Amber Gartung. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. Amber Gartung is the founder of Geek in Rochester, New York. So what got you into gaming and esports?
I played games ever since I was younger, like many people. What got me into esports was actually Smash Bros. Melee. And from there, I started playing Street Fighter. And now I play Overwatch.
Awesome. And what are your favorite games in general?
Currently, Overwatch. It drains my life.
So what about Overwatch? Like, what drew you to Overwatch? Like, how did you become a fan of Overwatch?
I just heard that Blizzard was putting out something new. My boyfriend plays all the Blizzard games too, so we decided to get it together. And then from there, he went up to Grandmaster, and I went down to Silver.
Awesome. And what character do you play in Overwatch?
I'm a tank main.
Tank main. All right. So tank main. Do you play a variety of tanks, or is there a particular tank that you play?
I play Reinhardt, Diva, and Roadhog.
Awesome. And out of those three, which ones do you play the most often?
Probably Hog.
Hog? Why do you play Roadhog?
Because he's got a hook, and it makes people mad.
Oh, I see. And have you made a lot of friendships playing Overwatch?
Actually, yeah. There's a British guy right now that I play with quite often called Omega. He's pretty cool. And then I met a French-Canadian girl named Info Unique who's really good and fun to talk to.
Awesome. And which characters do they play?
Soldier, and the other one's a tank main. Omega's a tank main.
Okay. I see. Guess which character I would play if I were to pick up Overwatch, by the way.
Let's see. Some sort of support?
Not really support. I mean, I have a favorite character based on looks. Well, I guess he's a good character, but there's one character that I think is like the coolest character in the world. Guess who that would be?
How much of an edgelord are you?
I mean, I don't play competitively. I just play for fun. So, I mean,
okay.
I want you to guess which. It's based on looks, so yeah.
Doomfist?
No. This character is very badass. He's a badass, and I really like him.
McCree?
No.
A badass. You got me.
Genji, my man, Genji,
Oh,
looking
God,
cool in
Genji.
here. So cool right now.
Eh.
Genji looks so cool.
He's pretty cool. Well, anyways, you wanted to hear about Geek?
Yes. I was leading it. I was just about to talk about that. I'm just leading into it. So what was Geek, and how and when was it started? Like, how did you start it?
I started it about 2 years ago on a whim. I felt like there was a lot of resources and interesting events in Rochester for geeks. So I wanted to find a way to bring all that information into one place so that people could access it easily and then find a community.
I see. And so what do you have you had any setbacks or challenges when you were trying to realize that vision for Geek?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm still I took a break for a while because I had some personal things and I haven't wrote any articles. Basically what I do is I go to a business or a group or write about an event that's happening and publish an article so that people can get a little bit more information about it. Mostly these are kind of positive reviews, just highlighting some of the things that people might enjoy there.
And what was your favorite event to write about?
Favorite event? Let me think. I like writing about the gaming events, namely at Gamers Nostalgia. If you're not familiar with the Gamers Nostalgia, it's run by a guy named Chris Williams. This guy has been diligent as all hell because he's been robbed 3 times and still has a store. So he's been a huge help for the community, especially the Smash and Street Fighter and 2D fighter community. as providing a venue when we had nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I just podcasted with him a few days ago, and he said the exact same thing. Like, oh my god, this is interesting. He said the exact same thing.
Dude.
So you guys have heard it. Everybody listening and watching, like gamers, like this is real. Like this thing actually happened. You've heard it from Amber too. So yeah, like Chris is such a brave person for going through that and still maintaining a positive mindset. I really love that mindset, and the positivity is overwhelming. It's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and have you like had any sponsors like to travel to different events? Have you been able to travel all over to yeah.
Occasionally I'm able to get a like a reporter tag for cons, which has been pretty cool. I was able to do that for TorCon, Snow Festival, mostly because I used to be part of the Rochester cosplay troupe over at RIT.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's just a club for people who are interested in cosplay. They do events, they do costume tutorials, weapon tutorials. We learn how to stage fight, and we put on an event every year called the Cosplay Chess Match.
Oh, I remember, because I've been to 3 TorCons, and
Great.
Cosplay Chess is amazing. Wait, were you at TorCon this year?
I think I was, actually.
I didn't see you there. Oh my god. Okay, so like I know
I didn't get to stay long.
Oh, you didn't get to stay long? Okay. Because were you at it last year too?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we should have said hello. Okay. Next time. All right. At the next TorCon, right before, if I'm going, I'll let you know. And then, are you planning on going to the next TorCon?
Yeah. Honestly, if there's any cons you're planning on going to and you want to meet up or something, like if I have time, I'll try to take off. Right now, it's busy season at my job. So during the winter, I don't have much time. The first con I go to usually is MagFest in January.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. So we'll meet up because, oh my god,
local cons, like a local con, I can go for the weekend if it's Buffalo, Syracuse, or Rochester.
All right, I'll definitely remember that. So at the next con I'm going, I'll hit you up. I'll let you know, and then we'll meet up. It's gonna be amazing.
Word.
And so okay, before we talk about cosplaying, because that's another discussion we'll get into. Can you describe your experiences with Geek at particular cons, like your favorite con? Like, can you describe the atmosphere, the experience, your favorite con to go to, like everything?
Sure. I think that, well, the absolute favorite con I ever went to, I didn't go to promote Geek, but I just went to enjoy it, was Otakon. That's in Maryland. It usually takes place in the summer around August. That's a really fun con. It's grown out of the space that they currently use a little bit, so we'll see how it goes in the future. And I didn't get to go to the last one, but that was my favorite con experience for sure. My favorite con experience for promoting Geek had to have been Retro Game Con in Syracuse. The guy who runs that, basically his number one priority is for people to have a good time, and I really respect that. I was able to get a press pass so I could go in as Geek, and I was able to hand out a lot of cards and learn about a lot of new businesses.
And were you at last year's Retro Game Con?
I was.
And I didn't see you there either. Okay, next time.
I know. We have to wear some identifying
all right,
outfit.
So usually if you see like if you see like a black guy that's 5'9" with a Pikachu hat, it's usually me.
Okay.
All right, but you'll see me next time. Next time we'll keep in touch. Okay, I'll message you.
I do want to go to the next Retro Game Con.
Okay, if I'm there, I will let you know. Like, I'll let you know before I go. If I'm going, I'll let you know, and then we'll meet up.
Okay.
All right. So continue what you were saying about the different con experiences and your most memorable memories at a con.
Okay, let me think. Actually, I'm a liar. My favorite con was MagFest East. That was like one of the coolest things I've ever been to. If you're not familiar with it, it's a music and game festival con. And they basically have like a giant arcade floor with machines from all over the world, mostly aimed at rhythm games. But there was also fighting game setups and stuff like that. One of the coolest arcades I've ever been to at a con, and I had a great time there. My favorite memory from there, though, was dancing in just like a circle in the lobby with a DJ, and all these different like dancers were just like throwing down in a circle. We were like dancing with a companion cube and doing all these cool fun things. Like, oh my god, dude, it was such a great experience.
Oh my god. And I bet I bet it was just so much fun. Like, and where was this again?
This was in Maryland.
Maryland. Okay. All right. I need to go to Maryland more often. Like,
Yeah, the
wow.
big cons are in Maryland, dude. That's where Otakon is too, and there's also a couple other cons.
Oh my god, this is exciting. Like, this is the best thing in the world. And so have you had the opportunity to make a lot of friends at these cons, and what was the most what are some of the most memorable friendships you were able to make at these cons?
Um, I made a couple friendships. There's a guy named DC. He lives in Buffalo, fellow nerd. He bought the President's Suite at MagFest. So basically, we had like voice actors, DJs, all these people coming through the Presidential Suite, and like girls, and like it was such a cool time. We met a girl named Woody, who's a sexy Vaporeon. She was really cool. She invited us to like visit her outside the con. DC also has hooked us up when we were in Buffalo. That was a pretty good connection to make. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And have you had the opportunity to collaborate with with people from other organizations or other communities to collaborate with God of Geek and everything?
A little bit. There was a band locally that I was promoting for a while, not at the con, but just locally. Glitch Video Game Band. They still do shows at Lux and I think Buddha Pub here in Rochester. We've been able to collaborate on doing like a Smash tournament together, doing Mario Kart together while they play their music. That was fun. As far as like con collaborations, I haven't had much of a chance. There was a one with the Syracuse Nerd. We share events so that we can get as many events on our pages as possible from our different areas. That's been rewarding. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I'm going to have to throw him a message and get back in touch. But yeah, Syracuse Nerd, you should check him out. You can find him on Facebook. He posts events that are upcoming and cons, takes pictures at cons and posts those. As far as like local geek reporting groups, he's really one of the only ones I know about other than yourself. So
Okay.
it'd be nice to get more of us in touch with each other so that we can connect upstate New York a little better.
Maybe we can do a big podcast, and that would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like that
There's
way.
a guy in Buffalo too. I'm trying to remember the name.
Oh, a guy in Buffalo? Around
Yeah.
I'm in Buffalo. Like, wow.
Yeah, I know. Let me see. I know there's a page, Buffalo Geeks. Are you in that?
I don't think I'm in that, but thank you for letting me know about that.
Yeah, there's a couple Buffalo things. One of my favorite things in Buffalo is actually the Buffalo Game Space. Have you been there?
Oh, yes, for Smash tournaments all day. Oh my god,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I've done an article about them. That was really good.
Oh,
They're a really cool group of dudes.
I read some of your articles on the game programmers and game design group.
Right.
I this was back in like 2016, 2017. You sent it to me, and I read it, and it was amazing. It was a fantastic article.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And you've organized these tournaments before, right?
Yeah, I already had experience doing it from the Smash community. I was running Street Fighter in our community for a couple years, and then someone else took over, and recently it's been taken over again. So
Can,
I don't have as much involvement in the tournament scene as I used to, but I would love to start up again. Maybe
Can-
with Smash Ultimate.
can you go more into depth, like from your humble beginnings running tournament to where you are at right now, like running these
Sure.
tournaments? Yeah, yeah.
I started out in high school, actually. I helped establish a gaming club in Brockport High School. It ran for 2 years. We held tournaments with like 30 to 50 people for Halo and Smash. So I started there. I was friends with the guy who owned the game store in the town, so we worked together to get setups and save a little bit of money for the club. And then money from the club went towards the tournaments for payouts and more setups and more copies of games or whatever we needed at the time. Then after I did that for a while, I went to college. I didn't get involved with tournaments right off the bat in college, not until I met my current boyfriend. We started traveling for tournaments. After we finished traveling, we settled down a little bit, stopped traveling as much, and started hosting more. So that's when we first met Chris, and I started helping out Chris with like his internal documents and like getting a Gamers Nostalgia established. I designed his logo, helped him with his website, and then I was helping him run tournaments for a while. Did that for about 3 years or so, then ran them outside of a different venue when his venue was closed for a little bit. We ran them out of Panda Man over on Monroe Ave, if anyone remembers Panda Man. It was like a little geek bar, and they ran tournaments. What else? Yeah, so that was about it. And then I kind of fell off running tournaments for a while, and Goggles was running tournaments. I'm not sure if you've ever met Kid Goggles. He plays
yes.
for AGN out of Rochester.
Kid Goggles and I go way back to like 2011. So like, yeah, I know man. Kid Goggles.
Yeah, dude. So he helped out for a while, and now we've got actually Neil is helping out Pika Pika, if you're familiar with him.
Oh, I know Pika Pika. I'm very well aware of Pika Pika.
Yep, so he's helping run tournaments now. And the Street Fighter scene, it's Jeremiah and I think Oscar are helping run tournaments now. So yeah, there's tournaments are back up. Chris is helping out. He's got a bigger space than he's ever had. He's doing a great job.
Awesome. And when you have you what was it that I wanted to ask? So which games have you supported with Got to Geek? Like at these, have you written about various games at these conventions?
What do you mean? Like
games
at tournaments?
Yeah, at tournaments, yes.
Yeah, sometimes I'll review a tournament if it's coming up, or like I think I did a general one about the tournaments that Chris holds. And then I did an article about Overwatch before for girls who want to get into competitive gaming or esports. Yeah, we've had every kind of like post you could think of, honestly. Some of them are just reviews of events, some of them are reviews of spaces, some of them are like highlighting artists. Like we did one about the Rochester Chess Center, RIT Cosplay Troupe, even Sirens and Stilettos, just anything that's around that's interesting and that geeks would find like appealing.
I see. Now that's awesome. And you mainly focus on upstate New York, right?
Correct.
Awesome. And so, okay, so when we talked about Overwatch, have you been to any Overwatch tournaments, like tournaments around the area?
Oh no, I'm not good enough to be in a tournament. I just enjoy playing.
Oh, I mean like for just to write up on the tournament or just to see like.
I haven't had the chance actually. It's something I would definitely like to do. I'm not sure what the tournament scene is like right now, since the game is getting to that age where it's a little harder to find local events.
Oh, why is that?
So, I mean, any like major online PC game, it'll stay strong as far as like an online community, especially Blizzard games. But sometimes it falls off a little bit. Like in our community, Overwatch basically killed the Street Fighter community. That and Street Fighter V coming out.
Oh.
So like there can be a huge sway of like what people are into at the time, since gamers kind of work like that. Whatever is popular and new is going to get the most attention, and some games fall off, especially in the competitive community.
Oh, I see.
So basically one game just like overthrows another game, and it's an endless cycle, and then you get to see like what's really strong and stays playable the longest. And honestly, like if you look at something like Smash Bros. Melee, it has such a setup for survival. It's ridiculous.
It's insane. Like
it's got a cast of characters that are nostalgic to people. It has a system that's endured the test of time and is hugely popular because it was so unique at the time. It's got one of the most interesting controller designs ergonomically. It's got what else, like it's just hugely popular. It's got a interesting like learning curve. It's difficult. It's still easy to pick up though.
Mm-hmm.
It's, so like it's such an anomaly because as far as survivability goes, that's one of the like I mean, I can't speak like what's the very longest played game as far as competitive goes for like timeline, but it's definitely up there.
Oh yeah, and I feel like a lot of I can speak on this part too because I play Melee a lot. I'm not the best, but I play a lot. So Melee has one of the most diehard communities out there, and the communities like they're very grassroots, and because of that grassroots origin, people tend to band together whenever they want to promote the scene.
Yeah, and people are, and then like, just like in my experience, people are just homies. Like, it's like a deep connection for some reason. Like, we all were so into this one thing that's like so hard to obtain that we call the people who are best at it gods. Like, it's such a weird, like, narrative story. It's just so interesting to me. And the people, like I said, they're just homies. Like, if I hit someone up from like Cali and I'm like, dude, I need room and board for like a couple nights and we could like throw down, we'll play Smash, whatever. I can get room and board. Like I hung out with the New York City scene for a little bit when I was interning down there. They were totally welcoming. They were super cool. We would hang out, go around town, play Smash, all this stuff. Like, and I got to have some really good experiences through that.
I see. And can you talk about that? Like, can you talk about that experience?
Sure. So basically there's this guy named John. They called him Papa John. He was like their meetup point. Some of the other people who were around at that time, this was like way back before Smash even blew up the way it has.
Oh, wow.
D1 was there, Milk Tea, G Money. This was like super old New York City Smash crew. They were super chill. We would just play. Sometimes we'd walk around the city. I learned a lot of really good tactics from them. I had a lot of fun playing them and got a lot of new experiences. I got to play with the crews from down there too that are friends with them. So I met some on Long Island. That was fun. Just being able to travel, have new experiences, but also refine your skills. It's like the dream of the modern era you don't get to have, like being a warrior on the go, learning as you go, and like fighting enemies all over the world. Like it's so appealing.
Now that's awesome. Now that is amazing.
Like just like anytime there's an international tournament, it's like, oh, the war of the world. Like it's so crazy. Like there's all these people here, these famous people, and like it's just like a cool experience.
Wow. And so you met D1, Milk Tea, everybody from the Smash documentary?
Yeah, dude. This was before the Smash documentary too, so we were just goofing around, and it wasn't like we were just telling stories and like sharing our different experiences. And I think G Money has come up to visit in New York before. I can't remember where, but I don't know if the other ones have as much. But I know now that Milk Tea like travels the world, like promoting like women's interests and Smash and Smash Sisters and everything like that. So awesome. Yeah, everyone in that group just blew up and became huge community members who are really like valuable assets as far as promoting the community and getting us to that next step.
And that's very beautiful. Like, and that's why Super Smash Brothers is such an amazing community. Like, wow, I am so amazed as to how you guys met and the relationship that you formed with those guys, and that's amazing.
Yeah, I want to carry on some of that energy to our community as well. That's part of why I started Got to Geek, because I want to get people connected. I feel like there's a huge untapped resource of just geek interests and events and things in Rochester that should just be consolidated in one place so it's easier for people to find and they can connect. Like, especially game development is huge here, and there's such a big community for it. And I think now there's always been the Magic Center happened recently, and I think is headed for, what is it, like public relations by BC Likes You, if you've ever heard of him.
I think I might have heard. I might have heard of him briefly, but I don't really like know him.
Yeah, BC Likes You. I only know his tag. I don't actually. I mean, people call him BC also, but he used to be in the chiptune community, And then after doing that for a while, he was working at U of R as a graphic designer. And then he had an opportunity to start getting involved in the game design community and started organizing events with some of the guys at Workin' Man. And it blew up. And then now he's working at RIT with the Magic Center, doing all sorts of great stuff over there to promote game development in Rochester. And I think now they're opening their own game space, just like Buffalo Game Space, that it's a community space for game development and design. So like, if you want to get in touch with the heart of Rochester's geek community, you definitely want to speak to BC.
Okay. And I'm sure both of you have collaborated on many things. Like you've written up on a lot of his events, right?
I have. I've written about him as a musician, blazing a path for Rochester game development. I did an article about him. And then about Magic as well. The Magic Center has been doing a lot. And then those articles had some links to get in touch with BC and that community if anyone's interested. I actually was thinking of contacting him soon because I've been making kind of like music on the side. And some of it's kind of like RPG focused, or maybe it could be for like an indie game. So I don't know. I've taken an interest in that, and I want to get like a laptop so I can go there and collaborate with them and see if I can make anything that's useful for them. Also, voice acting. I haven't had a chance yet, but I still want to keep in touch with them to do some voice acting.
Talk about your voice act. Okay, talk about your music, your voice acting, and I know you had a YouTube channel with voice acting for Overwatch. Can you talk about all of that?
Sure.
Awesome.
For voice acting, I do most of my work through Casting Call Club, which is a website that connects you with people who are making projects about games, anime, or like original animations, audiobooks, and things of that nature, like reading a story for them. And it just gives you really good practice. Recently, I did something for She-Hulk. I've done Diva from Overwatch, Peach, Zelda, a bunch of different characters. And I really enjoy working on my voice acting through that site because it's something I can do at my own pace. It's not paid, but there are paid projects on there if you're able to compete, and that's what I'm kind of working towards now.
And are you successful in that department?
Sure. I mean, I get a lot of gigs. I just want to keep refining my portfolio and then keep pushing for like paid gigs, either IRL or online. That's kind of like my goal at the moment.
What's your favorite? So your favorite character to voice act for is Diva, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I got it right. So I got it right the first time. So it is Diva.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
게임하면 이겨야지.
Wow.
Is this easy mode?
Now,
다시 한 판 해보자고.
and that was you. Like, whoa.
Yep.
Wait, say some more stuff. Say some more stuff.
Diva 1, bad guy 0. 짜증나. Winky face. That's about it.
All right. Wow, that was beautiful. Like, okay.
I also get Princess Peach quite a bit.
Wait, do Princess Peach right now.
Oh, did I win?
Oh my.
Mario. I don't know. There's not as many like actual quotes for her. I usually just am reading scripts.
Okay. Because I know in Melee she says a lot of cool stuff.
Sweet.
Sweet. I remember that. Sweet. Oh my god. All right. Like, I'm having so much fun right now. This is awesome. Like, you run Gotta Geek, right?
Right.
What is it like to be in a leadership role? Like, so for all you listeners and viewers out there who are aspiring leaders for the future, Amber Gartung has been in a leadership role, and people want to know, like, what's it like to be what's it like to be a leader?
Difficult. It's a lot of work. Most of my leadership roles have honestly been in the community. I think one of the most important things to remember is to keep, well, there's a lot of important things to remember, but, well, you know what, too? I've been a leader in game, like in Overwatch as well as a shot caller. And I think one of the most important things is to keep morale high. People who are playing difficult things, playing difficult characters or games, they definitely, if they fail, start to tilt or get like discouraged. But constantly downloading the information that you just witnessed and applying that to your next move is important as all hell. So I think keeping people calm, remaining focused on the objective, and refining yourself as you go and adapting, encouraging people to do those things is one of the most important things like a leader can do, is see people's strengths, play to them, and then help them do better.
Well said. That was awesome. That was the best straightforward advice I've ever heard. Nice.
I call them how I see them.
Nice. I'd give you a high five if I was like right there. That was the best. Like, I want to quote that. Like, I might even tweet that on Twitter.
Oh, weird, dude. Thanks.
And
I just try to keep it chill, you know.
Oh, continue. What was that?
I was just saying, like, I've always had like a pretty chill personality, so like I can take a lot of like hits from both ends of like behaviors, you know, like if someone's angry or if someone's discouraged. So I don't know, I just like being like a neutral party that can kind of filter that and then redirect it.
Nice. Well said indeed. So where do you see yourself and Gotta Geek 5 years from now?
Well, at the very least, I'd like to keep going on it. I'm going to start writing very soon again. I want to feature pop rock. I want to feature the new VR places that have been opening in Henrietta. I want to feature the new game development place that's going to be going up. There's tons of articles to write because there's always something going on here. I just need to get back on the horse and actually get something done.
All right.
I've been like low key still following things on Instagram and Twitter when I see them, but I haven't been like reaching out as much to the other communities as I used to. I want to get back in touch with Buffalo's scene, Syracuse's scene. Maybe we can collaborate on that.
Yes.
On my website, I have a directory of businesses in upstate New York and organizations and everything for different geek events. You can find it on my website. It's at gottogeek-rock.com. So basically, if you're looking to get in touch with something that's pertaining to your interests, there's a directory for it. So if you have anything from Buffalo that you'd like to forward to me, I can add that.
Oh, I will. I definitely will. Very soon.
Yeah.
Very, very soon.
And I'll link for you the directory so you can see what's on there already.
Awesome. Thank you. And definitely after this podcast, I want you to send me all your social media so that we can promote you.
Oh, for sure, dude. Definitely.
Yeah. Any social media you want us to push out there for people to see, definitely send it to us.
Word, for sure.
And so do you have anything you want to say about Gotta Geek? Like any celebrities you've talked to, any celebrities in the gaming or anime or anything like that?
I mean, I've been keeping it mostly local, so I haven't had much of a chance to speak with any like really quote unquote famous people. I might like to do an interview with Milk Tea, maybe D1, just to like reconnect with them and then ask a little bit about what they've been doing. But I mean, I've been seeing what they're doing and they're doing great. So mostly, I mean, local people, BC. I mean, BC is definitely well known. He's well established. He's a great guy. He's a little bit of a local celebrity in the game development industry. Probably the most like well-connected person I've had an interview with.
Awesome. And how about in the Overwatch community?
Not so much. Like I said, it's more of my guilty pleasure than anything. It's more something I just do to unwind and like refine my like skills, like leadership skills or whatever. Nice.
Awesome. Now onward to cosplaying.
Okay.
We've finished the segments we've finished the Gotta Geek part of the discussion. If you have any additional thing you want to say about Gotta Geek that comes up, in the cosplay discussion, just say it. Just say it. Just go right ahead. But what got you into cosplaying? Like, can you talk about your humble beginnings from like when you started cosplaying until until right now?
Sure. I've only cosplayed about 4 characters actually. I just did it for quite a long time. Well, not super long compared to some people, maybe about 6 years or so, or 7 years. But first character I ever cosplayed was Sheik. I remember making my outfit out of 3 pairs of pants and like a ripped curtain. It was pretty rough, but it was definitely rewarding. Like back then I didn't know how to make anything. Well, like I made it work out and I looked mostly like the character, but like I was doing stuff like wear the bodysuit and painting it while I was wearing it because I had no one to like help me with it. And I didn't know like where the paint, how the paint would look when it was actually stretched out, so I just painted right on myself. I had to take it off and let it dry, but it was a rough time, I'll say that. Like learning how to make costumes for cosplay is very difficult. I think my most recent costume that I made definitely was very successful. I did Ana from Overwatch.
Awesome. Oh my
It's
gosh.
like it's such a Goodwill costume, but it looks just like her. It's really solid. You can see it on my Facebook page.
Awesome. Beautiful.
I think there's also a picture of it on Geek on the Instagram.
Your Anna cosplay?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's me and Roadhog.
Oh, Roadhog. So you said you and Roadhog. So is that a person you collaborated with? Oh, yes. Oh, and where was this?
Yeah. That was Toricon a while ago. You can see the date on the post. 2017.
All right, that was like last year. All right.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Okay. Oh, I went to that one too. I didn't see you there.
I'm a ghost.
Oh yes, Ghost. It's like, isn't there like a character in Overwatch that has like that ghost type of like vibe to him or her?
Reaper?
Yeah, Reaper. Yes, yes. You should cosplay as Reaper next year.
Oh my god, I'd have to do so much work. That Ana costume, I just like cut up a trench coat and like got those bags from Goodwill and painted them. Like it. Oh man, I gotta think of what I'm doing for Halloween. I've been like Harley Quinn and like Ana so many years. I'm just like I gotta pick a different one, but I have no idea what to do yet.
All right. You should do something like, let's see. I'm trying to think of one you can do. Have you considered? Wait, why not just do Reaper? Honestly, it's a good vibe for Halloween.
I know. It's just like I don't really care for the character, and then like his coat is actually very complicated. It's got like a bunch of little armor things on it, so I don't know. I'm just not down with it. I want to do something where I make a prop because that's probably my strength. Like I make hammers and like little prop things.
Okay.
So I have to think of like maybe a character with a mask. I really like mask characters. Like I've always wanted to do Skull Kid from Majora's Mask.
Do it. You should do it this year for Halloween. Do it.
Oh God, if I have time.
Halloween is like in a month.
I know. That's enough time for me to do a costume. I just have to like if I really want to commit to that, I have to make the mask, which is horrendous, dude. It takes forever.
Oh. Oh, I see. Continue on your cosplay journey, like from your humble beginnings to where you are right now.
So after I played Sheik, that was for cosplay chess. Then I did Harley Quinn, and then I didn't actually do cosplay chess with Ana. I just cosplayed Ana. But cosplay chess was a lot of where I like did and enjoyed cosplaying. When I went to Otakon, I was Harley. Oh, I also cosplayed Yoon from Street Fighter.
Oh, nice.
But I've outgrown that costume, if you get my drift. So I have to either make it again or just do something else.
I see.
But yeah, I liked the fighting aspect of cosplay chess. I helped out with a lot of the training for fight scenes and like making them look really smooth. And we had great students. Like that was a really strong year for our fighting.
Nice. Whoa. Can you talk about that after you're done with this?
What?
You said the strong year for fighting.
Yeah, it was a year when it was me, my friend Joey, and our friend Zach, and he was a martial artist. So he was doing a lot of complicated fights with us. And we were all the kind of people who were like, I don't care if I get hit, make it look real. And so like we just laid into each other. Not that you guys should do this because, you know, if you're gonna play fight for cosplay chess, you don't want to actually get hurt. But we went in and it was super fun. Like I just remember I took like a bad hit and I was just like super out of it. And I was like, just keep going.
I see. Very, very good.
It was fun.
They're very, very good. Oh, continue.
So yeah, I mean that was basically it. My friend cosplayed characters like Rock Lee, Mugen, like really martial arts type characters. And I had like my giant hammer for Harley Quinn, and it was usable with like to actually hit people with, so that was really fun. Can do a lot with that. And then there were some other characters from Persona that I fought, and they had axe weapon. We had some really well coordinated fight scenes. It was just super fun. Hammer is a really versatile weapon actually because you can hold it to your body and have someone punch the hammer itself, or they can like jump over it. You can swing it overhead and come down really hard, and it just looks really realistic. One of my favorite weapons to fight with on stage.
Wow. Beautiful. Now that's cool. Continue.
Oh, that was about it.
Oh, that was about okay. That was about
But
it.
yeah, as far as like cosplay with the blog goes, I still love to document cosplayers locally. I just went to an event at Sweet Poison Cupcake Designs. They did a Sailor Moon event. There's a couple pictures on the blog of the cosplayers that were there, and they're really cute. That was a great time. And I'm huge into fashion too. Like I really like Japanese street fashion. I have for a long time. Now I'm actually able to buy some of the stuff I would like. So I do like costumes just like for going out, or like certain outfit for just going out. Or like if I go to a gaming event, maybe I'll dress up a little bit. But yeah, like I love local fashion. That's something I'd like to feature on the blog more. I have a couple of friends who are either models or like, you know, cosplayers who have like their whole like photo library. They do lots of costumes, like really well connected with photographers and stuff. Like I'd love to do a couple of the famous cosplayers. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the list that I want to do. A lot of it has to do with like fashion or cosplay that I would like to introduce into the blog. Yeah.
Awesome. And you're gonna connect that to Gotta Geek, right?
Right. Just like getting people in touch with each other, or having events where like you do dress up or something, or like share ideas or like cosplay, you know, like skills or something. It'd be cool.
By the way, guess who I podcasted with yesterday?
Who?
I want you to guess.
Shut up, man. Who is it?
Alana Leilani.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Great. I love Alana.
funny podcast. Oh my god, I was laughing.
I owe her some voice lines.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard. I couldn't control myself from the laughter. It was awesome.
Yeah, we've cosplayed together before for chess.
I see. Okay. I gotta set. Okay, once I have a lot of podcasts to upload, but once I've uploaded all of them, I will send you yours. I'll send you
cool.
Alana Leilani's and Christopher Williams' podcast.
Oh please, dude, that'd be sick.
It's gonna be awesome, and then definitely send them to everybody you know, because this is gonna be awesome.
Sick, dude. Yeah, I can make a post about it.
Do it. It's gonna be fun. Like, because together we can.
I'm gonna have to interview you too. You know.
Oh yeah, interview me. Absolutely. Like, absolutely. I'm down for any interviews. Definitely.
Word.
Like, if I know you're very busy, and you said it's busy season at your work, but like anytime you're not busy, you could even, if we meet up at one of these cons, and if you see me, definitely interview me at a con. It'd be pretty cool.
Word, dude, for sure.
Yes, the excitement is too real right now. Like, so with cosplaying, have you had any setbacks or challenges when making these costumes? And have you overcome these?
I'd say one of the hardest costumes I made was the Anna costume. It had the most parts, even though it's not like super accurate. But just like a lot of custom painting and just like paint not working out on certain materials and stuff. And like I made her headdress from like a piece of a dress. Now I have a proper scarf, so I actually kind of want to wear it this year. But I just have to make sure everything fits. But that was the most challenging one. I spent 3 days straight just being out of my mind, sleeping like 4 hours with like pieces of the cosplay all over the room. So that was definitely one of the harder ones. When I did Yoon, I spent about 2 days of being a crazy person to sew that sucker, and I sewed it like skin tight because it's supposed to be tight to his body, but I didn't put a zipper on it or anything. So that was a little challenging because I always had to like pull it over my head, and it was just ridiculous. I needed like help getting out of it, and I had to chest bind for it because it's a boy character. So it was a time.
I see.
Easiest one, Harley Quinn. Put the shit on, put makeup on for half an hour, grab my hammer, and I'm done.
But
so like that was one of my favorite
don't
costumes.
you have to dye your hair like red and blue? Like have it
Oh no, dude. I do the animated series one. I didn't even dye my hair. I had a little hood on. You know, like she has the like
yes,
bodysuit.
The Harlequin suit.
Right, dude.
Oh, legit. Okay. Because if you did the new one, that would take quite a while.
I mean, I did have a blonde wig that I wore with it sometime with like different style of look for her. So I did the hair sometimes, but I just like mostly just wore the little hood.
All right. Very, very good. Continue on the challenges you faced.
That's about it, honestly. I mean, it's mostly just a good time. It's not like super challenging. It's more, I guess, like making weapons can be a little bit challenging, but for the most part, it's just enjoyable. It's just hard work.
Have you had any friendships, like memorable friendships at these cosplay conventions? And have you made any new friends for when you were cosplaying?
Yeah. My friend Joey, Alana, we met through cosplay. Trying to think of who else. Oh, my friend Victor, we met through cosplay. I already knew my friend Zach, but we also cosplayed together. Actually, my current roommate is one of my old cosplay friends. So yeah, I guess it carried over a bit into like my life. It's been a good time.
Yeah, like how did you meet Alana Leilani? Like tell us about how you met her.
Oh gosh, if I can remember. Oh, I wish she was here.
She was so funny yesterday. Like it was hilarious.
She's always funny. She probably remembers better than I do. I'm trying to remember what costume she was wearing. She's had a lot of good ones. Maybe Navi. I think that was her oldest one.
Wait, Navi Navi from Legend of Zelda?
Yeah, and she had like a microphone or a megaphone and like a sign, and she was like, "Listen."
Oh my god.
So that was fun. And she had like a huge rack. Like it was like Navi but with a huge rack. It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Can you send me a picture?
Yeah, maybe.
This is hilarious. This is so funny.
Have you ever heard of Ithaca's Wizarding Weekend?
Yes, I have.
Oh, here we go. Alana Leilani, curvy, creative, and fearless. I'll give you the article.
All right. Ithaca's Wizarding Weekend. I remember I've heard of it. I haven't been able to. Oh,
there you go. There's some of her costumes. I don't have the Navi one on there though, but these are really good ones.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Very, very good. So, do you have any any comments or advice for anybody who wants to start cosplaying? And do you have anything you want to say to any newbie in the cosplaying community?
Sure. First thing I would tell them is definitely like number one thing is to have fun. So like don't let people put you down because of your body type or color of your skin or anything like that, or gender. Who cares? Like just cosplay what feels good. Being the characters is like the most fun part. So like don't let getting hung up on how your costume looks affect like your ability to just enjoy being the character. I think that's important. I don't think that you have to spend like $1 million to like on a costume for it to be proper or good or right or whatever. That kind of goes hand in hand with not dwelling so much on like the aesthetic and just like focusing on enjoying yourself. I feel like a lot of people forget that. A lot of like high level cosplayers start to bicker, or call people out for like certain thing they do or judge them because their costume wasn't like perfect or made of like polyurethane molded bullshit, whatever armor. Just like, as long as you're doing it, all the key pieces are there and you're having a good time. That's really what's important. Like, there's characters I'd love to cosplay. I look nothing like them. I mean, I cosplay Harley. She's like blonde white girl. Okay. But like, I'll still like go around with like a sexy outfit as her, even though you can see that I'm obviously not white. And I don't give a shit. Like, you just have to enjoy yourself.
Well said. Very, very well said. And do you have any additional comments you want to say to the community, whether it's gaming, whether it's cosplay, whether it's editorial, related to Gotta Geek? Is there anything else whatsoever you want to say?
Sure. I'd say just follow your passions, be yourself, and then you'll find your own reward in that.
Well said. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you guys for watching. This is Amber Gartung at Gotta Geek and Bowie Abiola at Game Esports signing out.